All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I was about to say the intro, and then, like, I just had this, like, you know, a little bit of slurp go down my throat. Like, you know, like when you're drinking, and then, you know, you just get the saliva, and, like, and you can't talk. You can't talk at that point because you're just going to, like, choke, and I didn't want to do that, so it was a little bit of a suppression, and there it is. Live show. We are sliding in. We're coming in hot, and yeah, this is what we do. This is how we do it. Mr. Jules, how are you this evening?
I'm doing okay.
Are you staying properly hydrated? I just want to make sure.
Of course.
You're good.
What is this? Like Ace Marino? Don't forget to hydrate.
I totally forgot that reference.
Yeah.
I miss Ace. Where's Ace? Make more music and come on the show again.
We miss Ace Marino.
Oh,
And hi to all the listeners out there. I just want to remind everyone we are live. So if you're tuned into YouTube, the Night Ride YouTube station, or you're on the nightride.fm website, and you're in the chats, say hi. We'll be shouting out names because we just want to prove that we're live.
Yes, we are.
And for those of us, you know, or for those of you who are listening in the archives, yeah, I don't know. Message us one day. We'll throw out some shout outs.
Yeah, we do that sometimes. We do sleepy shout outs for Marcelo. So if Marcelo's listening, we'll give him a sleepy shout out to Marcelo.
And we are excited. Tonight we have returning to the show.
Yes.
His royal glitchiness, Mr. Syst3m Glitch.
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Mr. NRW man himself.
I know, Mr. NRW.
Oh, you just say that because it's true.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I'm already completely unequipped to respond.
Yeah, this is how we like our
Fantastic.
show. We like to
Thanks
put
for
our
making this
guests on
weird,
the spot.
Jules.
We do. We make it weird early.
Of course.
Early, and just make it super weird, and that way we just are constantly digging ourselves out of the
kind of a
ditches.
given it was going to
Well,
happen.
I've never seen anybody start a show with the notion of saliva suppression before, so
Right?
congrats on the first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, well, you know, you get all kinds of episodes.
It's a music show, so it's saliva compression.
Can you?
Nice.
I guess you can suppress saliva if your equipment's that good. I don't know. I don't even know if we're talking like metaphorically or double entendres or what's
too
even
early
going
in the
on.
show
right?
to be.
It's just we're already start over.
Okay, you know what?
rewind.
Let's first of all, Johnny Five tuned into your show last night with Rex.
Oh God!
Balls and
Apologies
Hannah
in
Lord
advance for that.
And he says that was
debacle.
pretty fun. So
It was a hot mess, but thank you. Yeah, we had fun. My favorite thing that I did was I asked Hannah to think of a question that I could ask her for her to answer because I was too lazy to think of the interview question, and yeah, so that went off just swimmingly.
Oh, that's great. By the way, I get shout outs to the people in the chats. We've got Craig Packman,
Hey,
all the way from Perth, Australia. We got Dysterian from Poland. Johnny Five is alive.
yeah, very nice,
Six in the house.
very very good.
Snugs to Kit.
Snugs
and
Kit.
Mechanicus Rex.
There he is.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good. So yeah, this is great, Bobby. I'm just so stoked to have you on. We always have a good time when you're on
I'm
the show.
happy to be here, and you're a beautiful man.
You are a beautiful man, sir.
I just want to see Bobby's fingers travel the keys while he's kicking around a beach ball.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love the way your fingers work, Bobby. They just there it is.
There you go.
This gives me that
Anyway.
warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Thank you so
man.
much. I remember the first, like, I honestly thought it wasn't a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to come across like passe when I say that, but like where I grew up, like everybody played keys because like I grew up in like a really conservative like piano playing town where like all the kids had lessons. It was just like a thing,
Right.
you know? So when I got to Neon and I decided to like,
Played some
you know,
songs.
shred some stuff, like I just thought like everybody's going to do this.
Yeah, no.
And like I was ready to be like the low man on the totem pole and like embarrassed and not invited back.
As
like-
we know, most
Yeah.
synth artists, they compose, they produce songs with the DAW, right? And then they'll reserve a channel
Yeah.
for them to play live, which is going to be like a few notes over and over again.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that, of course.
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
mean, we're there for the music.
You're there for the music, and you're also
You
there
just-
for if you have some showmanship too. Like
Yeah.
I know, like, you know, for example, we're gonna play a track from Street Cleaner in a couple minutes. His shows are fantastic, and I don't think he does. Does he do live keys? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
but
he does, but he's pressing just a few keys.
yeah,
right?
and he's got a
So
big ass
there's-
helmet on, and you know, like he's literally
nobody-
like jumping up and
nobody
down.
Nobody expects
Yeah.
to see the artist like traveling all octaves along the keyboard while
Street cleaner.
kicking a beach ball and spinning around
Yeah.
5 times.
Only
Oh,
Bobby.
That's funny.
Only
That's
Bobby.
funny. Street Cleaner. He plays the leaf blower, right?
That's right. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
That's his number
That
one
was a
instrument.
terrible dad joke. Never mind.
Oh,
no, winners.
man. So with that,
Yeah, you know
Jules?
what? Speaking of, I think let's play a song for
Yeah.
our listeners. So let's kick things off with the latest EP from San Diego's superhero, the beater of sheets, the steamer of feet, the sweeper of avenues, the duster of roads. This is Street Cleaner with Orcus on his throne right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was the Mr. Street Cleaner with Orcus on Orcus? Orcus on his throne. I just couldn't read the word. It didn't look like a real word to me.
Did I even put the? I did put the link in the chats. Okay, good.
Yeah, you do. You do that all the time because you're professional.
Sometimes I forget. Quick shout out also to a couple of people who have joined us in the chats. We got Vintage Dreams in the house.
Hey.
And Temporal Waves.
There he is. Very nice.
Can I just let me just touch on Mr. Temporal Waves before we monopolize?
Touch on those waves, my friend. Touch away.
So Mr. Waves there is a professional tabla player. You know, tabla, those funky percussion drum things. Is that like a bongo?
Oh, that's the
things. It originates in the Indian subcontinent, I guess, right?
They play that in like Jamaica and stuff, right?
No, these are different. These are more like the Indian, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan, that area.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you. Last night, I had a family friend over, and we were watching this new action fighting movie, Monkey Man, which is kind of like John Wick, but it's set in a fictional town in India.
Monkey Man, okay.
It stars Dev Patel, but anyways, we're watching it, and at some point in the scene when he's getting trained by these gurus or whatever, one of them's playing the tabla while he's hitting this wheat bag or punching bag, right, to get his rhythm up and everything. And I'm explaining to my friend here, oh, that's a tabla, and I happen to know this synthwave artist who actually created synthwave with tabla. So right after the movie, I went and put on some Temporal Wave songs, and I cranked the volume because his songs really make the room rumble.
Right.
And then you got this rapid-fire tabla beats going on. Oh, so yeah, check out his self-titled album, Temporal Waves. Just gotta throw that out because just good stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's fun when you can kind of add new flavors to an already, it could be a stale genre. Again, I use the term genre loosely. Now, to circle this back to Mr. Glitch here, you just dropped this brand new album. Fantastic, by the way.
By the way, I identify as genre fluid. So.
There you go. What's the most oddest instrument? Did you use anything unconventional music? Well, I'm trying to think back of the album and trying to think of any unconditional things. You've done a lot of fun things, I know, with like Tommy Danger and stuff, and you're always doing like just these crazy
there's a sound
stuff
on Tommy Danger. That's the sound of me striking a match.
Nice.
It's one of the glitch noises, actually. It's like the.
Oh, that's actually you striking a match. That's dope.
Yeah, it got chopped up. Yeah.
Nice. You're like talented and stuff. You can like do that shit.
I'm random. I just break stuff and I'm like, hey, does this work?
What do you call those guys in movies that make all the sound effects?
Foley artists.
Foley artists. That's it. Where they got this whole room full of junk and they just.
Bunch of shoes and sand on the floor.
They'll thump a watch on a shoe, and that'll be like the sound of a dinosaur walking or something.
Yeah, it's the best. I love that, and it's just fun. It's just fun to watch them work. They're just, I feel like all they do though is like just bang shoes around all over the place because every time I see them,
I'm wondering like that must be one of the easiest Hollywood jobs to do.
I don't know.
No, man, it's like a dance.
It sounds like it's fun.
I would just hit shoes on everything and just like see
and just bringing them up to the mic and whacking them together and then adding some effects afterwards. I mean, there you go. That's an alien underwater.
Yeah.
Bobby's like
Bobby's humoring us at this point.
No, so I am actually working on a video game right now, and I'm almost done. And I took on the extra responsibility beyond doing the soundtrack. I was like, I'll do your sound effects for you. That is...
Are you hitting the shoes against the wall?
No, but I mean, Cabbage has been involved.
Nice.
So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
You got to make bones break somehow, so Cabbage seems to be the way.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, the crunch.
Yep.
That's
it's either that or celery. Celery's good too.
Celery, that's...
I guess what about a carrot but slowed down?
I feel like
I don't. Are we gonna get into this? Okay, here.
Carrots are slightly more malleable.
If you took a carrot and you snapped it, the thing about that is like it's just like one like really quick transient, right? So like you would have to slow it down so much that I think you would end up like.
Yeah.
You would hear the grains in it. I
you
mean,
would
it
lose
be
like the
so
fidelity.
slow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, maybe one bone snapping. That's a carrot. A celery or cabbage. Cabbage is like your skull getting crushed.
Like if you snap like a family of carrots,
Oh,
like that would be a problem.
That would be like a bunch of bones being broken. That would be good though. It, like
Celery is more like, I don't know,
you
See,
can
one
hit
piece
somebody.
of celery versus a handful of carrots. I feel like they've tried this all.
Yeah.
You know?
Your forearm. That would like your celery would be like your forearm. The
Jules, I think they got it all worked out by now. Okay, enough with your crazy ideas,
Oh, yeah, it sounds
with your
fun.
carrots and your shoes.
Well, Temporal Wave wants to know where Mr. Glitch is based.
I am in the unofficial official home of Synthwave, Daytona.
Daytona.
I'm in a town that the Midnight wrote a song about.
I keep forgetting that you're in Daytona. That's kind of a rad place to be from if you're a synthwave.
What's the name of the town?
It's Daytona Beach.
Daytona, baby. Do you live near the racetrack? Because they got races and stuff.
Oh my gosh,
in
when there
Daytona.
are races here, it is so loud. Now, I'm not actually in Daytona. I'm in like a suburb, right? If there's even such a thing.
But let me
Daytona's
guess.
really
You can
small.
hear the Daytona 300 all the way from there.
And it goes.
It's the 500. I know you measure in different things. So no condemnation. But like I live like probably 15 minutes south of the speedway.
Wow.
And it's so loud that the car sounds echo off the atmosphere and come back down.
Oh my God.
So we hear the race very easily.
Are you guys car fans?
I am. I'm not like necessarily a NASCAR fan. I'm a gearhead though. I've always paid way too much money to have a nice ride and then have to eat ramen. You know?
as we do.
You sound like David from Von Kaiser.
Yeah, that man pumps some money into cars, and oh my God.
Not just real cars, like remote control ones too.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a pretty rad hobby to have though. Like I would totally like just tear it up with like those little race. He's got these like little race cars, and he just like zips them around.
I'm surprised he doesn't do drone racing.
That would be fun.
Because that's the shizzles.
Yeah, I want to have a drone racing a car. I think that would be fun. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's never been done before.
I think the drone would win.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe David would.
I mean, it's less gravitational pull or friction. That's the word. All right. So, are we here to talk about System Glitch or every? I feel like we're stalling. We're just stalling the show at this point.
Speaking of gravity.
Yeah.
So, as I hinted earlier, I guess it was just a matter of time before System Glitch and NewRetroWave became a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
He's good like that.
And because two huge, dense masses.
Right. It's like the gravitational pull,
right?
like just
like
pull
two stars orbiting each other, and little by little, they
right into each other,
turn into the ultimate black hole.
and then yeah, there's this like a big flash of light, and that's the album.
So here's there you go. Just a singularity is what happened. Yeah. So like, what's interesting about that, and I have to kind of carefully carve this story out, so bear with me. But like, the way I got introduced to synthwave at all was that Michael Oakley remix contest for Control a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I just thought I was gonna like do a fun thing and like make a track and like rank number 31, you know what I mean, and just whatever, and I won, and I was like, you're flipping kidding me, now what? And so
it's kind of fun.
And that was the thing, it was like, well, I've never won anything before, so like, what do I do? Like, I enter a ton of contests, at least I used to, and like, so basically, like, I got an email from Michael, and it was like, hey, we're putting this song out in June. And it was April, by the way. So now here's a fun fact. Young and Wild and Free, which was like the big single off Beyond Stars with Jesse Malloy on sax, and Raining in Tokyo with Demi, were both tracks that I wrote in 2 weeks each, because I just needed to have some other music because System Glitch didn't exist.
Right.
Wow.
Like, I just put the name down as a joke. I did not think it was going to be a thing. And then, like,
That's
I
amazing.
talked to Michael. I actually was like, hey, I actually want to go by my name. I want to be like an Ollie Wright or a Michael Oakley or whatever. And he was like, no, you got to stick with Syst3m Glitch. It's a great name. I've talked to all my friends. And
Great
that
name.
was the whole conversation. And I was like, sure, I don't know anything about this. And it's actually been a pretty good, like, I like the name. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Now, there was a time where I'd walk around and be like, hey, like, here's my artist name. Don't tell anybody, but you got to put a 3 in there, you know? But no, I like it. I enjoy it. But like, and so for me to like find synthwave through NRW and then turn around and try to release a different way, I don't know. I think this is the path I probably should have aspired toward earlier.
Yeah. Well, you know, it takes a while to.
But I will say this: I spent a stint. Beyond Stars is actually published by Aztec, and a few things I can say. One, like, their distribution process is tidy. Like, they are really, really good. Like, they handle your mail right. And then, like, Lau, my actual first conversation with her, I wasn't gonna sing, like, and it's actually Lau's fault that I have vocals on any of my tracks at all, because like
they like their vocals. Yeah,
he was like, Bobby, man, like, you're a singer. And I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. And then, like, we just kind of, you know, had some conversation, you know, and she pushed me a little bit, and I leaned in harder, you know. So and also, like, their designs on the physicals were fantastic too. So, like, again, like, no disparaging Aztec. I think they did a great job.
Oh no, yeah, you got to try different things out. You got to see what is a better fit or a good fit.
And
nothing wrong with
the
that.
synthwave scene is like super flexible too, because like, you know, a lot of these labels will sign you like per project.
Right.
So like, they just sign the album. You know what I mean?
That's
so
it.
like, and I think that's really cool, because
That's
like
easy.
in like major music, right? Like, they don't do that. Like, they take everything you touch and won't let you do anything you want to do.
Right.
And this is just not that. And I'm so grateful for the entire scene in general. You know?
Yeah, it's really just an amazing scene, and yeah, I'm glad that you're doing your thing and you came into your own, and I mean, you're just kicking ass now. So I think what we ought to do, I do want to talk about your early experiences, which I know a story. I'm not even sure if you want to share the story about carrying a laser, you know, that song that nobody knows. Nobody knows the actual lyrics to. But I think that'll be a fun little story.
by Mr.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's put a pin on that. Let's go ahead and let's play a track, and we'll talk a little bit more about NewRetroWave and getting signed and all the fun little details that we were allowed to say, and, you know, on the record, and
most of the ones we aren't.
And yes, we will suppress all that information, the dirt. We'll bury that deep, but we'll talk about the fun stuff. But in the meantime, let's play a track. Mr. Jules, what do we have lined up here?
All right. Quick shout out. We had MK Khan all the way from LA pop into the chat. Then he dropped off.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, it's been a while since I've seen MK Khan poking around.
For sure.
Yes,
I don't know exactly what the delay is, so I'm like, what did I say 13 seconds ago that pissed him off? You know what I mean?
Let's see. From
You never
the
know.
album The Brave Ones, out on NewRetroWave right now. This track is called Thrill Ride by Syst3m Glitch, right here on Night Ride FM.
And there it is, Syst3m Glitch with Thrill Ride. Love it. I love that track.
Nice energy in that.
Yeah, it's good. Like, I like the fact that you do. I would say you do more instrumental tracks than you did on the first album. Is that correct? That you did?
I think you're right.
There's a couple.
Yeah, the only strict instrumental on Beyond Stars was Lightspeed.
Yeah. Well, you have Tommy Danger. I consider that instrumental, even with the voices and whatnot.
Yeah, and Lightspeed had vocals too. It had like this like launch sequence for like a spaceship in it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's just like found sounds, you know what I mean? So
there's Expanse too, right?
Oh, there is Expanse. I forgot about that track. That's was one of my favorites.
One of my favorites. Yes.
All right, so I just made up a bunch of shit.
Never mind. So it's a tie. So we're both right.
All right. So before we play the track, I did want to mention that you had brought me a song in the form of discussion that it looks like it didn't make it into the album, but this was a really amazing cover that you did of, I can't even name the song. It's you said it before. Is it called Kyrie?
Kyrie, there you go.
Kyrie. Okay. So
Kyrie.
I love the mixing and the cover that you did, and I heard as a rumor that it was one of Ten's favorite tracks. So I just wanted to know, is there an opportunity for them to release that, maybe as a exclusive or any type of, because I know it didn't make the album, because I'm sure it's always tough when you're trying to fit all the right pieces for the album, but I know he was really into that song and I loved it, and I know if the listeners listen to it as well, they would probably share the same sentiment that it was just a banger track. I appreciate that. Yeah, one thing I would say is you actually were there in Boston when I did it live. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it too until you just reminded me.
And you hit the high note. I couldn't believe you hit that high note. That was ridiculous.
It's a Mr. cover, by the way, we're talking about.
Dude, that key change is gnarly high. And I did it in the original key too. Like, Richard Page is one of my favorite vocalists of all time. So it was a bit of a reach, and actually it was a really long night. And it was like my last song. So I was wiped. It was not the right choice, but it worked out okay. I don't know how it happened. It was a miracle. I went back on the archives and listened to the show, and I was like, that sounds like the record, and I don't know how that happened, because that is not what I heard. Yeah, so Kyrie, as is my understanding, is like, I've caught wind it's his favorite track, right? So now I'm not entirely sure that that's true. I just have really good authority on that. So if anything, I know he's a huge Mr. fan. So that said, it was like a wild coincidence, because I already had Kyrie set up as the last track on the album.
Oh, nice.
And I think probably what really drove the decision more than anything, because the Kyrie cover actually is it's okay, it's pretty nice, I think. But I think what it is I don't think it was a good idea to put out an album with two covers on it.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of a standout track, because when you listen to, which I'd like to kind of get into, the theming of the album, which I really love the theme. It doesn't feel like it fits into that Hollywood dreamy kind of, it feels like its own thing. So I honestly can kind of understand why it didn't make it into the album, but yeah, I do love it.
It would have been a polka dotted zebra. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
Weird to be there. I will tell you though, it still absolutely fits the theme and the story progression of the album. So, I do know that the future plan is to get it out as a Bandcamp exclusive release.
Ooh.
So, and NRW is probably going to put that out too. We talked about it.
Isn't it a pain to get licensing rights on Bandcamp? Because I know, like, if you use DistroKid or whatever for the streaming services, they take care of that.
Right.
But on Bandcamp, it's like more of a manual process if you're going to put up a cover or something, right?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to get anybody arrested. So let me decline to comment. Yeah.
By the way, I can't believe it took me this long to actually Google what the hell Kyrie eleison means. Because I mean, I sing that song in a shower type thing, and I have no idea what
You're
the
carrying a laser.
It's a Lord have mercy, right?
Yeah, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I
It's the
didn't
whole
know
song
that.
the whole song is a prayer.
Okay.
Really?
No
Yeah.
clue.
I just thought it was like some dude that just carried lasers around.
Yeah, it's according to
Carrying a
Big.
laser down the road that I must travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
get
know.
it.
That's just
Oh, that is-
Look, I mean, we
Misheard
were talking
lyrics.
about Fallout earlier,
Yes.
in between segments, and I could see that working.
totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's. I want to talk about the artwork on this album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got. Do you guys know who Roy Lichtenstein is?
I looked him up after you told me the other day.
All right.
Is that an artist?
Yeah, it's an artist who does that kind of comic book style. I think it was like 50s or 60s that he came out with this stuff.
Like Archie kind of stuff?
It's sort of. It's when you see the artwork of Roy Lichtenstein, it's got those what do you call it? The dotted type
Oh, right.
artwork, but it's like it's comic book style, right? And this album's got a real Roy Lichtenstein sting going.
Yeah.
Sting.
I love it. I think it's such a cool story, and I feel like at least like the first 2-3 tracks is just setting the tone for this amazing story of to me it's like, you know, the quintessential Hollywood starlet that wants to be famous, and they go out there, and it reminds me a little bit of, I don't know if you ever heard or rather watched Mulholland Drive from David Lynch, because you know I'm a David Lynch fan. And that's all about the Hollywood starlet that goes out to Hollywood, and she ends up getting wrapped up into a situation. But it's all about the dreams of Hollywood and how soul crushing it can be at times, you know?
Yeah. So the Brave Ones, I don't. Is this where in like Double Dutch? Is this where I jump in?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I thought that
And
was a
go.
great segue. I just didn't know how you're.
Oh, we're just you know, we're riffing. It's just
I'm taking over, baby. No, gosh, I missed this. I'm so glad to be back again.
It's good fun.
So, I almost said Beyond Stars. We're moving on to the next project now.
Yes.
The next album.
That one's over. This one's a new one.
Yeah,
from
so,
Bobby.
well, I was going to say, I think the reason I said that was because, like, Beyond Stars is like a space opera.
Yes.
And so, like, where do you go from there if you don't want to just become, like, the space guy?
You go to Hollywood.
I didn't want to be the space guy. So not only did we leave the future and outer space, but we went back in time on Earth. So what it basically was the Brave Ones. There was going to be a single called The Brave Ones as well, and I just had failure to launch on that. I just could not get anything going that I
No
wanted.
titular track.
No titular
No
track.
drinks for us.
No
No
drinks.
drink.
Well, we did say the word though.
Well,
We
okay,
did.
there you go.
That's true.
Yeah.
Everybody have a drink.
That counts.
It's an external reference. It still counts. So the story is basically of like this guy from like Cleveland, this young boy, you know, no parents, got the leather jacket, all the stuff. He's got one duffel bag, jumps on a Greyhound, goes to LA. And then this other young girl named Rebecca, who comes from a very like well-to-do situation. And they both have their own challenges. Like he's obviously rebel without a cause, has a lot of like, and this is sort of like between the pages, right? Like this story is not fully fleshed out in the album itself, but like he was neglected. So like he's basically emancipated, you know what I mean? And so Rebecca was completely the opposite. She was really, really sheltered. Grew up in a really like conservative household, like back in the 50s, right? And was like very watched over, helicoptered, like find yourself a good man and marry him, that whole thing.
You're describing Grease.
That's
maybe
right. Did you steal the plot from
Did I
Grease for
steal the
your
plot from
album?
Grease? No, because honestly,
You're the one that I want.
I gotta confess, I've never fully watched Grease all the way
Neither
through.
have I. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Go on.
So no, I didn't. That would be impossible, sir. But no, so this is just the story of these two that like come for different reasons. They still both want their shot, right? But California is sung by him, Rebecca is a song about her. Obviously, the alternate name on that track is Rose Petals because like there's this big metaphor there, right? But like, and I hope I pulled it off. I really tried. But it's just like the story of them getting together. Kiss Me Again is a love track. That was sung with me and my wife, actually. Fun story about that when we wrote that. We were on the back porch at a restaurant with some friends in from out of town, and our kids were like all hanging out on the fence, like looking at the beach. And the sun was going down. We were running out of time to take photos, right? So our friend Rachel was like, hey, take another picture before the sun goes down.
There it is.
And I was like, you know what? I could probably write on that.
Write that shit down. Hold on one second.
You totally should.
It must suck. It must suck to be living in a place where you got sunsets and beaches and
fast cars and
fast
palm trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Okay,
rough.
let's not forget the odd hurricane.
And the murder. Those are all. It's all. Good.
Yeah, the murder's probably not good.
But that was basically it. Like, there's a couple instrumentals on there. How that works. Tommy, lead character, right? Grabs. I guess is told that he's going to be house sitting the movie producer's house for a weekend. Steals the Ferrari. That's Thrill Ride, right?
Oh, nice.
So, Rewrite the Stars is basically it's a cover of the track from The Greatest Showman, but I think it just kind of talks about two people from different worlds who are not going to be accepted as being together, and I think that was a good fit for him and her, and then like Raining in Tokyo, I think we continue just throughout the course of time. Tommy Danger, before I skip that, would say that one is about like basically it's like the fake soundtrack to like the first B movie that he actually lands a role in.
Yes.
And
I love that track.
It's like basically a knockoff Terminator film.
We're gonna play that one a little later too. So.
That's why it's about like the time killer, and that whole thing.
Yeah.
So there's an amazing song called Where You Belong, and I say it's amazing because like it has a Grey Stars vocal on it. And I love Justin's voice so much. And that was just an encouraging track to basically like kind of set the tone for like Rebecca's probably going to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Raining in Tokyo is just sort of I stayed in the film industry, but I got flipped over the ocean and now I like really miss the life I had. You know what I mean? So.
What about Home?
Home is special and different. So Home is so in today's like modern album format, right? Nobody literally listens to the last song on the album or the last few songs on the album. And I knew I was giving Home a death sentence putting it there, but it belonged at the end. So I really wish I could have let off with it. Honestly, made it the first track. It's very Midnight influenced. But that track actually I can't believe I'm not telling this story. So right toward the tail end of getting this album produced, Hurricane Ian actually hit our house.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And we had to renovate the entire place. Like we couldn't live here. Like it was uninhabitable. So we lived in an RV for like 60 days in our driveway.
That's so wild.
While we with two kids. And a dog, and we rebuilt the house, but it was like, it was the only song I think I've ever written that was like directly right after a life experience. Right. Wow. You know what I mean? It was like, this happened, I got to write about it. So basically,
it should be listened to.
People should listen to that track because.
But that was the story, basically, like recovering. That one is interesting because it's got like an ending that I don't want to spoil. But what I will tell you is that the laughing child at the end is actually my son. Like it wasn't like some soundbite I got somewhere.
Oh, that's. Now I got to go back. I don't even remember the kid.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't even listen to the album over and over.
I don't think you heard that because I didn't have that in there until right at the very end, and I put this like giant like gospel choir in.
Mm-hmm.
and lots of stomps and claps, and kind of take it to church at the end.
All right, so I'm jazzed up. I'm honestly jazzed up right now to listen to some more System Glitch.
I just want to touch on. You got some amazing collabs on the album. Obviously, your wife.
Yeah.
You've also got Shadowrunner,
right?
Got Gray Stars and Demi K.
Yeah.
And I know that there's Boys of Summer. Something going on there.
The thing that we must not talk about ever.
The cabal of talent.
Oh yeah, there's a secret society of people.
Secret society.
Don't ask me about it because it doesn't exist.
I know,
worse than the Illuminati.
First rule of something is,
First rule of the Boys of Summer is you never mention the Boys of Summer,
Exactly.
and I just did twice.
Quick question: is this our last talk segment?
No. We got plenty more to chat.
I'm gonna have Mrs. Glitch join us on the last one.
Nice. Okay, so should we play the Rewrite the Stars now, or should we play Tommy Danger?
Let's flip it up. Let's talk about some Tommy Danger, which we already did talk about, and let's just experience this wonderful B movie that just makes me laugh every time I listen to it.
All right, so we'll play Tommy Danger then.
All right, let's go.
Danger.
All right. So from the album The Brave Ones, available on NewRetroWave, this is Syst3m Glitch with Tommy Danger, right here on Night Ride FM.
The year is 2003. Humanity's last hope hasn't even been born yet. Sometimes, to save the future, you have to save the past. Tommy Danger is the Time Killer. Coming this summer. One man, one mission.
And that was Tommy Danger by Syst3m Glitch.
Pew, pew, pew.
Coming this summer.
I love
You
it.
do that so well. the
Oh
trailer
my
voice.
God. I just can't get enough of that. It was so much fun. I remember when we did go to Neon Retro Fest, and you did that at Neon Retro Fest, and it was such a fun, and you were really, I know you were really super nervous because I think that was one of your first performances, if not your first performance as Syst3m Glitch.
Yeah, I'm scared to touch the keys right now, but like there's a line that we do live in the show, like on the live show, and like that section with the violin.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you guys remember that. Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna flub this on air, but you ready?
Yep.
This goes on top of the violin section. We save it for the live, but it's, you know what I mean? Like it's like this, like you know, like it's like this crazy like classical music thing that goes on top.
Oh, right. I know. It's like the what do they call it? The out of Westworld when they have the piano player, the mechanical piano player. It was like I feel like I should get into a bar fight after I listen to that like little riff. You know, like you know, like the Cowboys back in the day, they're always playing that music and getting in bar fights and stuff like that. Your music is really cool that I just feel like I get excited and I want to start getting in bar fights and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you stir up emotions in people.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Get people hyped up.
While he puts himself to sleep.
Oh no, it's not that. It is 9:55, and
I know. It's getting late.
It is.
No, it's no worries at all. Like I'm here for this, but like I gotta produce 3 podcasts when I get done with this.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I'm gonna be up until like 3. It's gonna be.
And you got to do your video game stuff.
Oh, I'm working on that over the weekend. Oh,
Okay.
I gotta tell you guys.
Are you allowed to mention the game?
Oh, I can. I don't have an NDA, and they actually want me to.
Nice.
So
Is
it's
it
a game
arcade
called-
or is it like
No, it's on Steam. It's coming out on Steam.
Oh, nice.
So it's like it's like a title. It's called Right Wars,
Ooh.
and
Okay.
it actually funded all the way up on Kickstarter on its first day.
Oh shit.
So very exciting. Yeah, it's basically like it's like a battle royale as a storytelling version.
Oh, okay.
Like people get in like a room together and they write like competitive sentences to like perpetuate a story that the computer starts.
Right.
And like you have to vote for the winners and the losers, and like you get points for voting for who wins. So like there's a lot of really creative ways to like incentivize not cheating. You know what I mean? And like basically you can pick genres, right, that you want to do this in. Like your group votes for what category of story you want to tell, whether it's like horror or sci-fi or high fantasy RPG stuff, whatever the case. So the cool thing about that is I get to write in the style of each of those things.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's
Every
cool.
chapter I get to write a variation of the title track, but done that way. So I've done like a Guardians of the Galaxy style one for the sci-fi.
Mhm.
Oh, awesome.
I did a high fantasy one. We've done horror music. I've done noir, like retro stuff. So like vibraphones and muted trumpets, like an upright bass. You know, I'm working on the pirate stuff right now.
Ooh.
So
Get a little shanty going on.
actually there are 6 shanties being involved right now.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it's like most every day we are drunken with rum, but we sober right up when the cannonballs come. You know, like that whole thing. You know, so like we're doing like those. It's a lot. That's actually what we're recording right now is these crazy pirate sections.
I don't suppose
amazing.
there's any like blaxploitation type funk.
Oh,
That would be
Aw,
nice.
come on.
I did that.
like a little
if you
shaft
ever wanna-
job.
Yeah, like
If you ever want to hear funk music that I've written, you have to go to an arcade in London called Fair Game and
Okay.
play a game. Oh my gosh, I think it's called Hoop It Up, if I'm not mistaken. But
like
it's-
London, England.
Yeah, it's in London. Yeah, I supplied a soundtrack for a arcade in London. Like I did like 12 games for them. And if you're ever in like Canary Wharf in London, if you go in there and go to play those games, like it's all me, and it's wild because like I got to go into a mock-up of this and walk into a room and hear all the songs that I've written for all these games playing at the same time.
Oh my God.
And these games are huge. Like they're very large. Like they're larger than the games that you would see at like the fair. Like really big, very tall.
The amusement style, like the new amusement style 80-inch TV Pac-Man type.
Right. Yeah, everything's like larger than life.
Everything is monstrous. Like think Dave and Buster's, but like round up. You know?
Oh my God.
And like so I walked into this warehouse that had all these games set up and like all of this music. And dude, it was like the most surreal feeling to walk into an entire arcade with nothing but soundtracks you did. And like this has just been the last couple of years, by the way. Like I have not been rolling like this my entire life. So like I would say like if I could take a pause to encourage anybody, like like overnight success takes a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And so like it seems like everything's like breaking my way right now. But that is not the last 18 years.
Yeah,
you know,
you busted your you've been producing for a long time,
like
and you busted
5-inch Edirol speakers and a busted MacBook. And I thought a tapestry hanging on the wall was good acoustic treatment. That's where I began.
Hey, that's like my studio.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as it looks good, right? You know,
that's right.
What do they say in Hustle and Flow? Like, I got you a lava lamp because everybody needs a lava lamp. But
I love it.
I don't know where we're going with that. I got completely.
I don't know. This is I like the direction that it's going.
Don't stop believing. I think that was the moral of the story.
Yes. Like, by the way, speaking of video games, you been playing any? Do you have any time to play video games?
Oh gosh, I barely have any anymore. It sucks because like I love them so much.
I know we're friends on Xbox, and I never see you log on.
I know.
Man,
well,
Bobby's
you'll never
busy.
see me playing. You'll never see me playing Destiny, and that's your problem. I
Okay,
love it. I used to love it, but it was like such a money pit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They get you.
That said, the name of the game. Thank you for asking, Destiny. Is called Right Wars. He says it looks lit in chat. That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Nice.
So the one game I'm playing right now is any Magic the Gathering people here from like back in the day?
I am not.
Way back in the day.
But
okay, so the guy that made Magic the Gathering is a guy named Richard Garfield.
Yep.
And he did like a lot of the design of the mechanics of the game and everything. And he got into video game design for just a minute. And there's this game called Rogue Book.
Okay.
And it's like a roguelite deck building card strategy.
That's in vogue right now. There's a lot of those deck builder type games.
Yeah.
It's like Bolando or something like that. There's like another.
So many.
They're
you guys
actually
like them,
pretty
like,
addictive.
Like Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
And Destarian said like he quit Destiny because of FOMO, and that was me too. It was like if you don't buy the pass this time, you're gonna miss the Silver Sparrow.
Right.
You know, I was like, I don't care about a Silver Sparrow anymore. Like, I'm keeping my money.
By the way,
So,
speaking of, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but I love the game. I think the gunplay is great. I used to love me some Gambit.
Have you guys ever played a board game or card game called Netrunner?
No, but I wanna.
Okay,
No,
so
but
sounds like
it's
something.
Richard Garfield.
Netrunner.
It's a kind of like
funny.
it's cyberpunk. One of you plays the corporation, the other one plays the hacker.
Oh yeah.
And the corporation lays down firewalls. So the corporation has like goals or something, and he lays down firewalls in front of it, and the hacker has to buy all these different like crazy hacking tools, break down the firewalls, and steal the goals.
I want to play that game right now.
It's out of print actually.
Oh well.
I think
you
there's
just
an
thanks a lot.
source reprint though.
You
There's an
just
open
got
source
me
reprint.
excited, and you crushed my
Yeah.
dreams.
But that kind of game.
We need to bring that to Neon Retro Fest and play it.
Unfortunately, it's only 2 players, so.
What? All right.
Yeah.
You're. This is.
Anyways,
This
Oh
is-
my gosh,
I digress.
Speaking of
Quickly
Netrunner, though,
rush.
have you actually have you seen the music video for Netrunner that me and Marco did?
No. Wait,
Oh my
what?
gosh. So we actually have a song on his Vinyl City album called Netrunner.
No shit.
There was an entire cinematic music video shot for Netrunner.
All right. This sounds too dope. How can I hear it?
It's on YouTube.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, how do I not know this stuff?
I don't know. I don't tell you everything, I guess.
Here we go. Yeah, I got it.
My God. Drop some links, man. We gotta check this out.
Morph and Glitch.
Anything
They're net runner.
with net running is like my jam. That's my jam.
Yeah, the thing that stinks is he's in Germany and I'm in Daytona, so like he always has to like work me in remotely to the videos. So
Right.
I'm basically always on camera. So when we did Kara Keeps Running, I was projected on an LCD TV or a cathode ray tube TV on a bed, like in a neon bedroom.
That's pretty dope.
And then like on this one, I'm on the security cameras because I'm the net runner on in the plot.
Well, that's so
what I mean?
much fun.
Yeah.
It's really cool actually. I thought it was really neat.
That's so cool. It's almost like Kung Fury style.
Yeah. It's a little cheesy, but it's on purpose. You know what I mean?
Well,
Right.
That's the whole.
That's the tone.
Charm of these videos like this, man. So speaking of videos,
we
talked to video games. You guys been watching any of these cool shows like Fallout or Twisted Metal,
Fallout,
or
Shogun?
No spoilers
Shogun
for Fallout.
is awesome.
Or for Shogun. They're two of my on my watch list. I was supposed to watch them with my wife, but she just
Twisted Metal. I thought it would be junk, but after watching Fallout, I was reading this article and it's like, if you like Fallout, believe it or not, there's a TV series called Twisted Metal.
Is that out? I didn't realize it was even out.
And it's actually pretty good.
All
and
right.
the character, I don't know if you ever played Twisted Metal, but Sweet Tooth, the clown in the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
He's in the TV series and he's a complete psychotic.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's always fun watching psychotics in ice cream trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very
So,
cool.
Bobby,
Lots of good shows.
I think.
I'm just pausing. I'm letting you guys go on this riff.
We're just
participate.
stalling
Right.
at this point. We got nothing.
Bobby's too busy making cool soundtracks.
No, it's not that. I just don't know what to
In
say
fact-
about psychos and ice cream trucks.
In fact, Bobby wrote 3 songs while we were just chatting amongst ourselves.
I did.
Exactly.
I just finished an EP.
Speaking of music,
Yeah.
Yes.
we're about to come up on the
Circle
last
back,
track from your
circle
album that we're playing tonight, which features Katie Vickery,
A
your
special
wife,
lovely
Mrs.
lady.
Glitch,
That is
Mrs. Glitch.
System
she-
Hitch, if I may.
System Hitch. That's it. She's on two of the tracks on the album, right?
Yes, she is on
Kiss Me Again.
Kiss Me Again and Rewrite the Stars.
Now, I was totally clueless, by the way. Rewrite the Stars is a cover.
Yes, it's a cover from the movie The Greatest Showman,
Yeah.
which is a musical with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, yes, I've seen.
A lot of you guys might have watched and loved. It's originally sung by Zac Efron and Zendaya,
Oh, very nice.
and those are big shoes to fill, but I hope we did it.
Yes, you did.
And speaking of, I think is Mrs. Vickery in the room? I hear a lot of doors squeaking, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, you hear the really bad stool in our room. Yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
also known as System Hitched.
Hey!
System Hitch. Hi,
System-
Katie.
From the live show a couple years ago.
Yes.
Love it.
Welcome back.
Thank
Amazing.
Your voice on the album is spectacular.
you. Thank you.
I married up.
Did
I
Bob
sing for Jesus and my husband, so you know.
Well, there you go.
tell me one of them paid you to be on the album?
Yeah.
Jesus paid her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm broke.
Yeah. I get paid in like ice cream runs and you'll do the dishes tonight kind of thing. But
Yeah,
it's worth
yeah.
it if that's it.
Now, can I ask? I think Bobby, I can't remember, but when you do like your finals for when you are producing these songs and you guys do the vocals, are they all done in the Glitch studio, or are you jumping somewhere else?
So usually what happens is I hear the song 77 times from the other side of the bedroom wall. And then he comes in and asks me to do harmonies and, pulls up lyrics like I don't know the song, and then just come in here and do a take and drop the mic and walk out.
She's a one-take Jake. So
That's a pro right there. That's a
I
pro.
have like vocals day with me. Like when I have a song, it's vocals day. Katie
She
has
strolls
like,
in.
wait, let me finish this pizza real quick, and then she'll come in. She'll sing one time, and then go on a walk, and that was the whole thing.
It's probably because she's got it like memorized. Every
Right.
note, every
Yeah.
She's also one of these people who's got like this crazy, insane knack for memorizing lyrics. So like she can
Yeah.
hear a song one time and sing it back. Yeah.
It's like the perfect pitch of words.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
I'll just hear something one time in a grocery store and then,
I have the opposite. I cannot sing a song the same way twice. Like I just can't remember as much as I know Von Kaiser, like I can't sing anything remotely to like the words
carrying
of Von Kaiser.
lasers.
Like, I'm talking
down
about
the
carrying
street.
lasers places. Like I'm terrible with lyrics. I cannot remember them nor recite them
But,
nor
okay,
sing them.
Katie,
So,
for the listeners,
congrats.
what's your musical history?
I started singing like when I was 5 at church, and
Okay, there you go.
There it is.
started playing
Explains
piano when
it.
I was 12. And I mean,
So she's a keys player too. So isn't that
Oh my-
weird?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not his kind of keys player, but I can accompany myself if needed. But yeah, I just did a bunch of musical theater when I was younger, and
Mm-hmm.
competed in the whole all-state choir. People do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
Can I ask you caught footage of Bobby in Tampa,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Do you think you join him on stage and goof around like that?
Yeah, I mean, I join him on stage almost every Sunday, but
Okay.
Yeah.
in the other capacity,
Yeah.
I mean, for us, I think this his projects and me joining him is a fun, creative expression we get to have as a married couple, and
Mhm.
not a lot of people have similar hobbies or hobbies they can, I guess, enjoy together, and so it's
yes,
great to be able
preach.
to do that.
Preach,
Yeah.
sister, you're so right. Being able to share common interests.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you-
and there's definitely
Yeah.
times where I'm like, this is my thing, and I do it so that I'm not around everyone else in my family. But it is nice. It's nice to have things you can enjoy separately, and like his gaming stuff, or and I have
Yep.
my things. So it's nice that we have separate hobbies, but then things that we can do and connect on together.
So
Yeah.
I'm,
And now
I'm
for
gonna-
your marriage minute.
Oh, yeah, right. So can I ask then?
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into this track, Rewrite the Stars.
Mhm.
But can I ask? Because Bobby, you've always got stuff in the works.
Sure.
You know what? Maybe we'll touch on this when we come back, as
After
we
the
say our
break.
bye-byes and stuff.
What a
We'll
te-
talk
what a
about what's
teaser.
coming. Yeah, I know. But all right,
Yeah.
Dennis, shall we play a
Yes,
track?
let's do it.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
From the album The Brave Ones, available on NewRetroWave. This is Syst3m Glitch with Rewrite the Stars, featuring Katie Vickery, right here on Night Ride FM.
You know I want you. It's not a secret I tried to hide. I know you want me, so don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, and fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be ours tonight.
You think it's easy. You think I don't wanna run to you, but there are mountains
And that was Rewrite the Stars by Syst3m Glitch and Katie Vickery. Very good.
By the way, shout out to Will Smith, and I can't remember if I said that before, who's tuned in. And yes, that's the wife.
The wife.
The wife.
Guilty
wife.
as charged.
It should go on the credits as the wife.
Glitch
The
hitch.
wife.
Or what is it? System hitched.
The wife, yeah.
System hitched, yeah.
I love that.
The wife hit with rock, dragged to cave. You know.
But it's such a beautiful song, and the whole album is just top dog. So
Yeah, it's like
Congrats.
the Binford 9000 of albums.
Yeah, I think my favorite song on the album is "Home,"
yeah,
Mhm.
and I don't know. Did you tell him
he
that?
did. He
did.
told us
He did.
the whole
On it?
story.
Yeah.
When
and
it was written,
my
and
God,
we were talking about how it's a heartbreaking that it's the last track on the album. When
Yeah.
people really need to hear it.
right.
So in that vein, I want to remind
vein.
everyone
Did we do
that
Kiss,
this.
Kill, and Marry?
Did
Ooh.
we do that?
Could we do that on air? Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
play.
Okay. So if I had to kiss one song, it would be "Raining in Tokyo."
Okay.
Kill would be Rebecca. I hate that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
And
don't like
then
that one.
Mary would be Home.
Oh,
All right.
there you go.
Okay.
What's your kiss, kill, Mary?
Oh my god, I've never played this before. If I had to kiss one song,
Syst3m Glitch must have had to do a lot of dishes.
nice Johnny, nice Johnny. Yeah, I also saw somebody said that their neighbor's Wi-Fi is called Depeche Modem, and I think that's amazing.
That's crazy.
So good. Anyway, if I had to kiss one track, I guess it would be Rebecca, honestly.
What?
Because I like it. I think it's a sweet tune. It's really emotional. And then like that guitar solo. Ugh.
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, I played sax on that song.
What? Get out of town.
I know it wasn't like the blow up one you played in Boston either.
You can't play sax. You can't be that
He
talented.
does play sax.
I barely do. I'm
So
not.
Bobby, his first instrument is clarinet for
Yeah, I
realsies.
literally
Ah.
got a scholarship to college on.
Somebody handed him a saxophone. He literally put it in his mouth and perfectly played
What was it?
Angels We Have Heard on High
It was
Doesn't
just like
surprise
around
me.
Christmas time. Like the solo and everything. And I was like, you're just so annoying. I'm leaving.
I know, it's disgusting. It's totally disgusting.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
do
so
get
wait,
that from clarinet, though.
So you're gonna kiss rose petals. You're gonna
Right.
kill.
if I had to kill a song, my God, this is hard. You're asking me to kill my own baby.
Yeah, kill.
Can I cheat? Can I cheat and say I'll kill the intro?
Let's see. I was gonna do that. No.
Okay, well, okay. If I had to kill a track, well, it can't be a collab. So give me a second. I would say Thrill Ride.
All right. And then what was the last one?
And
Make
if I had
love.
to marry
Oh,
one,
Mary.
ooh, I would marry Raining in Tokyo.
Yeah,
It's
I would.
just such a good song.
I'd
Yeah.
marry the shit out of that one.
Marry it's so hard, right in the
I
butt.
married so.
No, what? Bobby.
What?
All right. You know what?
We don't know
if
what
it-
we're saying.
If I was gonna kiss one, it would be. You know what? I would do "Kiss Me Again."
Okay, that
It
makes
is a
sense.
good,
Yeah,
like,
it is a kissing
summer.
song.
Yeah.
If I was gonna kill one, it would be Hollywood because actually I like that intro. It's just too short. I think it could have been a minute, at the very least.
Yeah, then I would have
And-
got paid for the stream, right, Jules?
Yeah. And then if I was gonna marry one, it's got to be Tommy Danger because it's just so batshit. Like I said in the chats, it reminds me of watching those old Canon Group films.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
all about living.
I
in the
saw that
80s.
in the chat. Like, I need that T-shirt so bad.
Yeah. By the way,
the Carol Co.
yes, the
Films as
Karolko.
well.
Yeah, Karolko.
Carol Co. Like, wasn't that like Murder She Wrote was Carol Co?
I don't think so. I think Karolko did all the things like
never
like
mind,
some
like-
of the Arnold Schwarzenegger films,
Like
and
Predator
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah, Predator.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
By the way, quick shout out to Bicep Bison over in the YouTubes, who's asking, do we have a track list for the songs we played during commentary? Yes, we do. I'm going to provide you that link in a sec.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Dennis,
Oh man, yeah. I
Kiss, Kill, Marry.
don't want to go all there. I don't know. All right, so Kiss. It's going to have to be it's gonna have to be "Kiss Me" again because that's got "kiss" in the word.
Yeah.
There you go.
Plus, it really
kiss in the
is
name.
like a cool summer night evening.
Yeah,
roll
it's
down the
very,
windows.
it's lovey-dovey and it gets all warm and fuzzy and that's what you want to do when you kiss. It's an emotional thing. So we're gonna go with that. Kill. I don't know. I would say.
You can't hurt me. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't have any.
Well, you got to pull the trigger, or they're coming for your family, Dennis. Who is it?
Oh my God! It's not the Gray Stars one. It's going to be.
Great Stars track is so good.
Yeah, no. It's definitely not that one. It's going to be. It's going to be Hollywood. No, it's not Hollywood.
You can't do that.
I
Yeah.
decline.
Okay.
And Mary?
Mary is going to be Raining in Tokyo, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Kill because I'm going to say Home for the kill, and that's a horrible thing. But this is why, because I can't remember the track. All the other ones are just such a standout.
fair.
That's not necessarily a
fair.
bad thing. It's just there's certain songs and there's certain like big name artists and stuff that like I can't name or even think of a song if I fell over it. Like it's not to that level, but
Rachel.
all of the tracks that you have are so signature. Like the Hollywood, the California, Thrill Ride, it's just like everything has its signature. I kind of forget what Home sounds like. I can't hear it in my head, so we're going to go with that one. So sorry you had to live in a RV for 6 months.
Dead silence from Bobby.
I think Bobby left the show. He just left. He walked out.
I'm right here.
He walked out of his own house.
No, just stop paying attention.
So
There's a difference.
I will say this too, when I hear Home, like when the choir part comes in, I wish that part would be longer and bigger
yeah.
and greater. It does leave me wanting more, but then you're like, oh, I'll just listen to the song again.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
On repeat.
I haven't listened to this song. I only listened to this
who said anything
song.
about being fair? Let's just blast him in the comments section,
Yeah,
guys. Come on.
That's true. It is Bobby. We're
You know what? Okay.
We're
I haven't,
homies.
Nothing to celebrate an album release like a good hazing.
Yeah.
yes.
Katie,
We only do
I
it to our
I have an
friends.
idea here.
Okay.
How about you make a deal with Mr. Glitch here to do some dishes if he makes an extended version of Home?
Ooh.
So we do have a couple of things that we were thinking about
Ooh.
doing.
This is good. We were gonna go into like what
Are you
what-
wanting to tease
No, I don't.
something,
I
or-
don't have any idea what she's talking about. so
Let's move into our next segment here of the future and what's in store for us. Listening pleasure.
So what we are gonna do is what she's thinking about. So
No, we
let's
had
go with
talked
that.
about doing kind of like a covers album, like a Between the Sheets,
Ooh.
but it's
like
him, but it's covers only.
With sexy
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, I don't know that all of it will be a synthwave genre. I don't know.
Well, that doesn't
You could
matter.
definitely work some
That's
sax
badass.
into
But
that.
Totally.
the way she asked if I was interested was, "Can you synthwave this?" And my answer was, "Yeah."
Oh, it
I
was
all my life.
I love that
by,
synthwave is
it
the
was All
verb
My
now.
Life by
Casey and
Boys-
JoJo.
Casey and JoJo, and then it was Bring Me a Higher Love.
Oh yes,
There it is.
please.
Yeah.
I would
Wow.
love this.
I'm on
I would
board.
love
I'm on board with this idea.
Sold.
Love. We could
Sold.
just write it right now.
We
There
just
you go. But okay. Also, there's
Just
somebody in
go
the
for
chat, Vintage Dreams. Bobby, you mentioned the name
My
Rachel,
best friend.
and so where did the idea for the song "Kiss Me Again" come from?
Did we talk about that we talked about that in between segments,
In
didn't
between
we?
segments, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it never happened. Okay. So I swear we talked about it on the air.
I think we talked about Rewrite the Stars.
Okay, so Kiss Me Again we were me and Katie and our friends Rachel and Oakley were in from out of town. And all of our kids were like hanging out on like this fence overlooking the
Oh,
ocean.
that's right. Yes, we did talk about this. And okay,
Yeah, we're
Right,
terrible.
right.
We're not
And
even
I was-
paying
I was-
attention to
I
our
was
own show
bitching
at this
about
point.
you living in sunsets and beaches and.
Oh,
Beaches are terrible, okay? People, it's not the magic you think. It's 107 degrees, the sand is sticky, then you have to vacuum your car, then your Jeep gets stuck in the sand, then you're crying, and you're just sweaty again.
This sounds very detailed for a reason.
Sand, heat, sweat.
You had him at sand, honestly.
Right? Yeah, heat. You had me at heat.
Jules just heard
everywhere.
sand and
Am I right?
got
Yeah.
excited.
You can tell I'm from Buffalo, New York. I am not a beach gal. I'm sorry.
You know what? You didn't spend enough time in Buffalo to appreciate the beach. That's the problem.
I'm like, at least in Buffalo, the snow melts in your car. With Florida, sand doesn't melt. You just have to vacuum it out.
Or just live with it.
Just put it in your living room and you can
put
walk
it in
around.
your tea in
And
the
you can be
morning.
like a Foley artist and just, walk in the sand. And
I live with a
get things
cat.
with shoes.
I'm drinking and
back
eating
to the
cat
Foley
hair all the
again?
time.
We're circling back. It always comes back to the Foley.
Oh my gosh, you made the perfect circle, man.
I know. I'm trying to figure out like how to segue into our ending segment because
Well, okay, so you know what? Let's do
Unfortunately.
that. We talked about upcoming work. First of all, Syst3m Glitch, you are on most of the socials, pretty much all of them. You're on Twitter, the Facebook, Instagram.
Yes, I have a really disappointing TikTok. If you want to go over there as well.
oh, so do we.
Yeah,
It's got like one video on it.
started out well and ended poorly because I was like, I can't do 6 of these platforms. This is crazy.
No.
So I'm on Threads. Not that anybody even knows what that is already.
No.
And that's about it.
Oi, cool. And of course, your music is on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
You've got a Syst3m Glitch Bandcamp page, but you've also got this album, which is to be found on
NewRetroWave.
That one's on. Yeah, you have to go straight to the NRW
Also,
Bandcamp for that.
shout out to Craig for recognizing how windy it is at the beach. And
Yes.
Not, it's overrated. Is there a way to do a poll, like a live stream poll right now?
Yes.
How much does the beach suck? Some or more?
Yes,
All
we
right.
need to really get the audience involved.
Everybody type beach or no beach in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
We know what the answer is going to be.
Okay.
Gonna
And
be no-
No matter what you say,
I just want to
beach
point out
always sounds the right
your
way.
album, because it's on NewRetroWave. That means it gets the vinyl treatment, the CD treatment, the cassette
The
treatment,
mini disc.
the digital,
the
no
8-track.
mini disc, unfortunately, no mini disc this time, no 8-track. But yes, you can get physicals, and I wanted to point out earlier,
Can I
Friday.
talk Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, Friday.
The vinyl
Yeah.
real quick is different. Friday is Bandcamp Friday.
It is.
Bandcamp Friday.
And the vinyl is really interesting. So it's they're calling it the Thrill Ride vinyl. It's a limited run.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're doing 100 only.
Yep.
And it is black with yellow
Tie-dye.
yellow spatter.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of got like that burning rubber vibe.
Mhm.
Nice.
So Will Smith says beach.
Also, Johnny 5. Why is it that 80% of the craziest true crime stories take place in Florida?
Florida man.
That is true. We weren't going to mention it, but Florida's kind of
It's because
muffed up
everyone
a
is
little bit.
delusional from the heat. That is why.
I mean, they made a whole video game, Grand Theft Auto, like it's coming out. And
I
it's
know
all
that
about
Grand Theft
South
Auto
Florida.
6 has got Florida down to it.
They
at
just
half.
nailed it. Yeah. So, but the beaches, you can't deny
Uh,
the beaches.
So far, I'm not seeing too many no beaches.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, the beach is where sharks have their living room. And I'm not trying to
come on.
encroach on their personal space, okay?
You
But
know what?
where we live, it's like literally the shark bite capital of the world. So other beaches are a better
Yeah, that's
experience.
a claim to fame. Like that's
See, that's weird because
that's
the sharks in the Caribbean, like on the other side of Florida, they're like domesticated.
yeah, they're like nice and
You-
friendly. They'll like
yeah, you
lick
can
your,
swim up to them.
they'll
and
lick
stuff.
you and give you kisses.
Lick you.
Yeah. No, ours are like
Nothing like a shark tongue.
seriously vicious actual predators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know where we go from this.
Right.
Shark's
Well,
bad.
We've talked about where to find the
Syst3m
album. We've
Glitch,
talked
good.
about your socials. You've got
Make a joke. Make a
possible like make a joke. You got ideas for something coming up.
Yeah, I think we're
that's
gonna
it.
actually do that though. I've got 2 albums that I'm dreaming up right now. So one is a about an hour-long soundtrack for a cyberpunk movie that doesn't exist.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna do an instrumental album there. It's gonna be just a soundtrack album. Because I don't get to show my instrumental side exclusively a lot.
Do it.
So I think that'll be fun.
You slay
And
it,
then
yeah.
on the completely opposite jump, we're gonna be looking at a vocal covers album.
Yes, and it could be like my favorite sexy. Well, no, you're thinking about like Casey and JoJo and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna synthwave stuff. Like we're not finding 80s songs to cover.
Okay. Because I was gonna say if you did, you could do the old Lethal Weapon 3 a.m. sex music. And like that's got its own flavor to it with saxophone.
You know what? I saved that space for Beckett.
All
so,
right, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So good to
And
know.
Jay Diggs.
Sharks
And
on
Jay
a
Diggs.
plane.
More music
Sharks on a
changes.
plane. All right, guys, Katie, Bobby, we want to thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your time tonight. And also, thanks for the amazing album.
Than're for hosting us.
You're so
Of course.
welcome.
And I want to remind everyone, it's out now, but you can wait till Bandcamp Friday just to get a little more coin
Yeah.
towards. Well, I guess it would go to NewRetroWave.
Well, no, they're very generous. They're
Okay.
More
they give a good-
coin
they give
for
a good
10
split.
is more
there
coin
like
for
a
Bobby.
secret thing happening on Bandcamp, honey?
Just the we talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about the Kyrie track.
Kyrie
coming up soon.
Oh, that's right. Yes, there's
And
gonna be
I
a
went a road that I have traveled.
Carrying my lasers.
When we alike.
What do you think?
Oh.
Yes,
This is
that.
one I did not sing backups on for
Amazing.
a reason.
Aw.
Yeah.
So you know what, Mr. That track is an anthem.
Yeah.
So
We're
Yeah,
excited
well,
to
confused
hear
they are.
it
Their name
again
is the same word twice.
in all its splendor.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you so much, guys, for
You're
coming
so
on the
welcome.
show. This was always a pleasure. We got to have you on. I feel like we should have you on every season.
Yeah, yes.
We always
You
have
guys
fun.
are a lot of fun. And
I love you guys.
enjoy your Wednesday night, guys.
All right.
And
Thank you.
To everybody. Thank you, everybody in chat. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was fun
hanging with you
interacting
guys.
with the chat for sure.
Stick around. We're gonna play a track. We're gonna say bye-bye to you behind this track.
yes.
That's
All
it.
right. So
What do we got here?
Dennis, it's
Yes.
time for a new track
Time
from
for a
LA
new
based
track from
LA-based arpeggiated artist Droid Bishop.
Joey Bishop. Yes.
Yeah. This track, I'm reading this right off Bandcamp. This track remembers the days of playing Zelda and Mario, telling a tale of a hero's journey through levels and dimensions, enveloped in nostalgic synths and up-tempo grooves. So, this is Droid Bishop with Quest, right here on Night Ride FM.
And there it is on a quest with the Mr. Droid Bishop. Very nice.
He's so good.
He's amazing.
Man, it's like every instrument he touches is a harpsichord. I guess that's why they call it arpeggiated, right?
Yes. I think
just,
that's how it works. We have another track. We're gonna go a little 1-2 punch here.
We got to go fast here.
Yeah,
because we still got 4 tracks to
spent
play.
too much fun having with Bobby.
I know, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's jump into this. Toronto EDM and synth artist, my buddy Mike, aka Mellow Fields, continues to drop some incredible tracks out of the blue, and he blends like club, chillwave, and synthwave.
Nice.
And yeah, Mr. Fields gives us this track. It's called Memory Leak, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Memory Leak by Mellow Fields. Yeah, that's a nice groovy little tune. I like that. Very good.
Mellow Fields, pretty damn talented.
Indeed. All right, so we have, what do we have now? We have
Events.
touring and events?
Yes, we got to talk some touring.
Touring events.
I'll kick this one off. Right up and going on right now in Europe, right up until June 13th, synthesizer legend Kibu is on tour.
That's right.
So if you like your Tangerine Dream, Vangelis style, if you like the intro music to the TV show Street Hawk,
big hair, wavy hair.
Kibu's your man. He's on stage surrounded by like 50 synthesizers.
That's great.
And he's a legend. So that's going on in Europe.
All right. We have the tour.exe MBR.
This weekend for me.
May 2nd through the 12th. That is exciting. That is in the USA and Canada. So I guess they're starting off in Toronto or Canada or whatnot.
I think
Making their way
they're
around?
I think they're gonna. So Temporal Wave was saying he's gonna see them, or they're gonna be in Montreal on Saturday, and then here in Toronto on Sunday.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's Massive Boot Record. Spread the code.
Spread the code. Spread the love.
Let's see, May 4th, this weekend. This is going down in LA, live at the Virgil. It's Wolf Club and Missing Words.
Very nice. Also on May 4th, we have Neon Paradise Party with Neon Paradise and the Goondock Saint and Eternal Empire. That is in Germany. So, very cool. Both sides of the world.
Yep. Let's see, May 24th. We've got Night Call going on down in Bratislava, Slovakia.
Ooh, that's
that's going to feature Wave Shaper, Alex, and a few more to be announced.
Very good. May 31st, we have Outland with Dream Kid, The Last Concord, and more to be announced. When are they going to announce more? I'm waiting every week for them to announce more. I'm excited.
Right?
I got to talk to my man Stu. What's up?
Let's see. May 31st, or sorry, June 1st.
Yes.
There's a Helsinki Synth City Colossus 2084 going down. That's in Tampere, Finland.
Ooh.
And that's going to feature Star Force, our buddies Levinsky, and Millennium Falcon.
Very good. June 8th, we have Hotline, Bristol Park 2, Nina and Radio Wolf, Jay Nadine Phoenix, Taurus, 1984, Robert Parker, Aereo Nexus, Pensacola Mist, and Wolf Club. That is a stacked bill.
Did you say Jaina Dean Phoenix?
Nope. I did not. You're hearing things. That is in
speaking of
Bristol,
DJP, I got invited to. She's going to be visiting her parents here in the Toronto area, just outside of Toronto.
Oh yeah.
May 25th. So me, Honeybeard, like Gaz, Mike Loakley, we've all been invited to go to Paris, Ontario, to go hang with DJP and Alistair from Taurus 1984.
Look at you, just hanging with the rock stars.
Schmoozing. All right, July 11th to August 9th. It's the summer tour. This is going down in the USA. Unfortunately, not in Canada. That's Magic Sword.
July 12th through the 28th, we have EKG, nope, EU and UK. The Midnight, they're freaking going everywhere. So the Midnight's touring the world right now.
That extends September 6th to October 18th. They're going to be, so July 12th, 28th, they're going to be in Europe. September 6th to October 18th, they're all over North America.
All over the place.
With Chromeo in North America.
I got to see that. And then going in October, might as well just say October 18th through November 19th, we have the Tour EXE extended to Europe. So Europe gets their
record's going to be all over Europe.
Chance to go see MBR and all this.
And if you guys want to know where we're reading this up from, it's from our Synthwave Events blog on Night Ride FM. You can just find it by going to
Ukulele. All right, so
go to Giggle and type Synthwave Events. The first link that pops up.
We're so done. All right, so we're gonna move on to this next track here, so we can wrap up this show because we're getting tongue-tied as it is. So what do we got here, Mr. Neon Fox?
All right, UK artist Zen, and that was. Man, it is.
I'm done
for the night.
We're done.
UK artist Zenon has been releasing
some
some fresh singles in preparation for a new album, and this latest one really shows off his talents. This is Zenon with Linda right here on Night Ride FM.
And there it is, a little Linda by Xenon.
Yes,
Zenon.
I think that's probably gonna Zenon. Yeah, it's gonna be dropping, I think, on Bandcamp this Friday.
Yeah.
But he was kind enough to give us a little premiere of it.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Very good stuff. Mr. Jules, this is the time of day where we just shoot the shit for about 3 minutes until we play our next track, and then we close it out. So,
all right. So, well.
Let's talk. I
what
got
are we
nothing.
Gonna talk about?
I got nothing.
Craig Packman. By the way, Craig, that was Zenon with Linda.
I wallpapered my bathroom today.
Oh, really?
That was exciting.
I cleaned my bathroom yesterday.
Ooh,
so
very
that
nice.
That was not very exciting.
All right. And we're on to our next song. We're going to go. I'm done. I'm just done.
All right. Yeah, let's play another song.
Let's do it.
Wrap this up before we are babbling fools.
Yeah.
All right. Liverpool artist Sleepless Nights has teamed up with Italian artist Micro Matzines to drop this latest single from their upcoming album, After Hours. And get ready for some amazing synthwave. This track has it all. This is Skyline right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Sleepless Nights and Micro Matzines with Skyline. Very nice.
It is beautiful.
It's a
track.
It's a beautiful, sexy track. And
By the way, I gotta mention this because Bandcamp Friday is coming out.
Okay.
Friday. Our buddy Alpha Chrome Yayo.
Oh, that's
has a new album
that's
called Constant Night, and I believe tomorrow night, there's a listening party on Bandcamp.
Oh, that's exciting. He's also doing a soundtrack for a game, too. And I heard that game getting a shout-out on SkillUp's YouTube, which is one of my favorite YouTube channels that covers indie games and whatnot. So
Cool.
he gave, I was like, oh, shoot, that's the one Alpha Chrome Yayo. It's something about, like, the Yakuza, and you get Pokemon, and they're janitors, and I'm just like, this is so on brand for Alpha Chrome Yayo.
Yeah, Pokemon. What is it like?
It's like Pokemon
The Riley Miller
janitors
show, yeah.
trying to
Pokemon
escape
Emerald version, I don't know.
from the Yakuza.
Yeah.
It's only something that Alpha Chrome Yayo can be involved with. So
By the
that's
way,
exciting.
Johnny 5, who's alive, wants to know if you're going to be able to catch Master Boot Record,
Oh,
because
me?
they're going to be
Oh,
hitting.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a little thing yesterday. I'm gonna try it. I might just do it solo because I don't have any friends that live in Jersey. So I might call up my good old buddy Dan from RetroSynth. Maybe
There
I'll call
you go.
RetroSynth Dan.
Mr. Ekus.
He lives right down the road from me, so maybe I'll
There
give
you
him a
go.
buzz.
You can't miss Master Boot Record.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna go get me out of the house and I can go cause trouble. So yes, the answer
There you
is
go.
yes. I might have a Philly cheesesteak while I'm at it too. So
Ooh, nice.
yeah,
That brings us
brings
to
us
the end
to the
of our show.
end of the show.
First of all, folks, if you want to support nightride.fm and all its various streaming channels and music, you too can be a Patreon. You just head over to patreon.com/nightridefm.
Yep.
And speaking of Patreons, we want to do a shout out to our latest Patreon, Jeffrey Creswell.
Hey, very nice.
Woohoo, thank you.
Thank you very much for your support. And yeah, you can always go to patreon.com/nightridefm. You can also go to thestateofsynth.com. You can support us. You can buy us a beer. But just liking and sharing our stuff or just showing up to shows is a great
I
reward.
love what you've done with the State of Synth.
It's
.com
flashy.
website.
It's fun.
You can see all our history of episodes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Even
You
the
can see
bad
our
ones.
even the bad ones. You can see our upcoming shows.
They're all bad.
Yeah, it's the shizzles.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
There's even some links
Informative.
to merch.
Links
get
to
a
merch.
State of
Get the
T-shirts.
t-shirt, man. So that's fun. Thank you very much. Special shout out to our New Zealand/Australian friends down under.
Down under, yeah,
with
Retro Hit
Retro
Radio.
Hit Radio. Thank you for
.co.nz.
syndicating
Like-
the show.
Yeah, thank you for playing us, and shout out to everyone who listens down there.
Yeah.
And of course, Retro Hit Radio, just like Night Ride FM, plays 24/7 music, mix of 80s, synthwave, retrowave, you name it.
Yeah, it's the good.
For you.
And thanks so much for Bobby, Mr. Vickery, for coming on the show,
Yes,
and
and-
K8, our very
K8.
special artist.
K8,
Collaborator.
and Mr. Glitch.
Yeah, excellent stuff. They were amazing. Always fun when we have Bobby on. We got to have him on more. He's just so fun.
Oh, yes.
But that's it. That's our
it.
show. I don't know who we have on next week, but I'm
Oh,
telling you,
it's
going to
got
be
another
somebody
Toronto artist.
amazing.
We're gonna play you all out with a track from Toronto artist Judge Bitch's latest album.
Judge Bitch.
Judge Bitch. Temple Serpent. And this track is called The Runner. So, from all of us here at Night Ride FM, have a great night, everyone.
We will see you next week. We are approaching
Oh.
episode 15. So
Dude, next week we've got, the Runaway Wild.
the Runaway Wild.
It's gonna be our guest. So, catch you all next week, folks.
Bye.